friends. Hey, my buddies and me, see my guys, would like to talk to you today about something that I think is a trap that DJs fall into, which is, we use the term DJ, and most of us got into this business from a music background or music perspective, and we let that limit us. And most of us who are wedding DJs, now this is definitely a wedding or maybe a little bit of bar mitzvah and corporate, but really this is a wedding minute today. We tend to put these blinders on and think of the DJ aspect, wiggy, 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 let's get dancing. But most weddings have less dance time than non-dance time. And it becomes really important that you totally dazzle the guests before the dancing begins in order to make sure you keep them for the whole time. Now, understanding we have some very big regional differences, right? So on the East Coast, most of the time, the first dance begins with the bride and groom for introduction, when they first come in. And then you frequently back there will dance between courses. On the West Coast, we actually very seldom have courses. We do more buffets. If we do a sit down, it's a salad and an entree. That's it. So we're not dancing during that time. So especially on the West Coast, but even on the East Coast, you have that, the cocktail hour or the downtime. And then during dinner, the parts where you're not in the party mode, that's the time where you can really dazzle and be very different than your competitors who are waiting for the fun to begin, right? So really need to ramp up your non-dancing entertainment. And that can be music, right? It can be as simple as, let's get rid of the soft jazz nonsense music that, nobody even pays attention to. And let's make sure that even when it's background music, we think of it as soundtrack. What part of the movie are we in that we're creating? What mood do we want to have? But there's so many things you can do, even on those high energy East Coast weddings, just how you introduce the best man for the toast and the father of the bride. We talked a couple of weeks ago about the toasting tips and making sure that things are prepared so you don't have the running, babbling, go forever, kill the momentum of the party toast, because you've done your work behind the scenes to prevent that from happening, right? So there are so many pieces of the non-dancing part that you can do. Think about the cake cutting, the bouquet and garter, the anniversary acknowledgments, all the different parts, and dinner can be fun. It doesn't have to be you on the microphone doing crazy stuff, right? You don't have to be the goofball, but adding some fun entertainment. I can tell you this, over the years, I don't even know the number, but I've had so many clients who've called me to book me for a wedding. I saw you at so-and-so's wedding. It was amazing. And I talked to them and said, what did you like the best and what didn't you like? And tell me about the wedding. And I can't even tell you how many times these are from people who didn't even stay for the dancing, who said, we weren't able to stay for the dancing because, we were out of town or we had to get back for whatever reason. So we weren't there for the dancing. As soon as the dancing started, we had to take off, but we knew we wanted you for the wedding. So I was able to, as we talked about last week, audition for them without even showing any of the music part of what we do. That becomes a bonus. If you do your job right during the non-dancing parts, then people will dance to the moment. We talk about that a lot, instead of to the song. If you're trying to get people to just dance to the song, then every 2 or 3 or 4 minutes when you do that change of song, you better hope they love that song. If they don't, they're not going to dance. But if they're dancing to the moment, if they're just completely in the moment with the emotional aspect of it, then they'll dance whether they like the song or not. I used to, in my videos, when I would meet with clients, I would frequently try to show dancing where I'm playing, some hot new kicking song, but the video shows grandma out on the dance floor. She's not dancing because she loves Drake. She doesn't know who Drake is, right? She's dancing because that's the moment. Conversely, I'm playing, Rock Around the Clock or, In the Mood or some, 70-year-old song. And I've got the young people out there just kicking it, not because that's their music, but because we're in a celebratory mode. So I think I went a little bit over the minute. But look, I kept the attention of the deer, so I hope I kept yours as well. Focus on your non-dancing portion. You guys are already all probably very good at the dance portion. Focus on those other parts where you can easily lose people. And I'll see you next week. The deer and I are going to go hang out outside.